Stealth games are genuinely having one of their best years in a long time, so I went through everything coming out or just dropped and picked 9 that actually look worth your time.
Pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator, whatever the end game.
All right, 007 First Light. IO Interactive, the Hitman guys, making a Bond game. That's just a perfect match, but they're not doing the Bond you already know. This is before all of that. Young, a little reckless, still figuring things out. You're basically watching someone become 007, and the story is completely original, nothing from the movies. The Hitman-DNA is all over the gameplay. Gadgets, silent takedowns, multiple routes through every mission, but it moves faster. Bond isn't an assassin, he's a spy, so it's less about setting up the perfect kill and more about reading the situation and improvising. Stealth can bleed into a fist fight, into a car chase, all in the same mission without it feeling jarring. This one's out soon on May 27th.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. She'd double-cross us like this.
We will use the legacy to heal that rift and make the world whole again. To do this, we need strength, an unstoppable trump card with enough power to bring order to the world.
Do you love her?
No, nothing like that.
Do you hate her?
For 10 years, we lived and died together. You couldn't possibly understand.
Metal Gear Solid 3 came out in 2004, and for a lot of people, it's still one of the best stealth games ever made. So last year, Konami finally did what everyone had been asking for, a full remake. Not a remaster, not an HD port, they rebuilt the whole thing from scratch in Unreal Engine 5. And the smart move here is they didn't touch what made it great. Same story, same structure, same gameplay loop, they just made it look like this, which honestly is all anyone wanted. The stealth system is still one of a kind. You're in Soviet-era jungles, physically switching camo patterns to match your surroundings, mud affects your camouflage, Snake accumulates injuries throughout the game, and the scars actually stay on his body permanently. It's a level of detail that most modern games still don't bother with. If you never got around to the original, there's no better time. And if you did, this is just a genuinely great reason to go back through it.
I know you wanted me to use this channel only in emergencies, but I can hear them again. They're coming closer.
She's here. She's somewhere in this sector.
But I had to discover what lay beyond. I had to see it with my own eyes. Who are you?
I'm here to help you. My name is Nolan. I'm a special investigator. I work with your father.
Help me.
We gotta go. Now.
Neo Berlin 2087 is probably the most under-the-radar pick on the entire list. It's set in Berlin in 2087, cyberpunk city divided between the rich who live inside massive walls and everyone else scraping by in the slums outside. You're a detective and you're pulling on a thread that goes much deeper than it first looks. The game actually switches between first and third person depending on how you want to play, and stealth is a genuine playstyle here, not just an afterthought. You can ghost through entire sections, hack systems, avoid confrontation completely if you want. It's got that Deus Ex energy, that feeling of being in a world that's alive and doesn't really care whether you're there or not. No firm release date yet, but it's targeting 2026. Definitely keep an eye on this.
Humanity is still in danger, still on the brink of extinction. Chiralium contamination is severe. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well.
Okay, so Death Stranding 2 is a weird one to put on a stealth list, and honestly, fair. This is a Kojima game, which means it's about 15 things at once, but stealth is genuinely in here, and it's good. You're choosing how to handle every encounter. Go loud, sneak past, non-lethal takedowns, decoy holograms. There's a whole skill tree dedicated to it. The game rewards patience in the same way a proper stealth game does. What makes it interesting is the world itself works against you. Dynamic weather, day-night cycles that change enemy behavior, terrain that shifts. Sneaking through a sandstorm hits differently than anything you'd get in a traditional stealth game. And visually, Kojima Productions just doesn't miss. This might be the best looking game out right now.
I do not fear our enemy. They talk of peace and dream of war. Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Vengeance is a lonely path now, believe me.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is probably the most divisive game on this list. Some people love it, some people think the franchise has been cooked for years. But here's the thing, if you care about stealth specifically, Naue is genuinely one of the best stealth characters the series has ever had. The seasons actually change how stealth works. Snow leaves footprints, summer crowds give you cover, tall grass in autumn hides you completely. The environment is doing real work here, not just looking pretty. You don't have to touch Yasuke if you don't want to. Just play as Naue, go full shinobi, and it's a legitimately great stealth game underneath all the Assassin's Creed baggage. Okay, so this one looks a bit different from everything else on this list, and that's kind of the point. Thick as Thieves isn't trying to win any graphics awards, but here's the thing. It's made by Warren Spector and Paul Neurath. Those names might not mean much at first, but these are the guys who created Thief and Deus Ex, two games that basically defined what stealth and immersive sim gameplay could be. So when they make another stealth game, you pay attention, regardless of how it looks. It's set in a 1910s alternate history Scottish city called Kilcairn, where technology and magic exist side by side. You're a thief working contracts, solo or with a partner, and the stealth here is genuinely deep. Lighting matters, cover matters, guard routines matter. You've got tools like smoke bombs, a thing called slitter sap that kills lights, little fairy gadgets that pickpocket switches from a distance. It's systems on top of systems. The kind of game where you spend 5 minutes figuring out the perfect route and it actually works exactly how you planned. That feeling is rare nowadays. There's a moment in Ghost of Yotei where you're just standing in the middle of this massive snowy landscape, wind going, and nothing is happening, and it still feels like one of the most beautiful things you've seen in a game. Sucker Punch built on everything Ghost of Tsushima did and pushed it further. New protagonist, new setting, Hokkaido in 1603, and a much deeper stealth system than the first game. The AI now has a 3-stage awareness meter. They get curious, then alarmed, then engaged, which means if you're spotted, you actually have a window to reposition and salvage the run instead of just blowing your cover completely. It makes stealth feel more dynamic, less punishing. The wolf companion you get can assist in stealth missions too, which is a detail I really like.
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가?
this one flew under the radar for a lot of people, and I genuinely don't know why. Mudang 2 Hearts, Korean developer EVR Studio set in a near-future unified Korea. The premise alone is interesting. North and South Korea united under one nation, and it's politically unstable. Your character is a North Korean soldier on a military exchange program in the South, and things go sideways pretty fast. What they've been showing off is the enemy AI, and it's legitimately impressive. These aren't guards that just walk in straight lines. They use cover, flank you, enter buildings through windows, drop down from ledges. It actually adapts to what you're doing. The visuals are built in Unreal Engine 5, and it looks every bit as good as some of the bigger budget games on this list.